July 1969. Humanity stood on the edge of history, preparing to accomplish something that had never been done before. Standing over 110 meters tall, the Saturn V remains one of the most powerful machines ever built. 3 astronauts carried not only scientific equipment, but the hopes of millions watching around the world. Inside the tiny spacecraft, every switch had been rehearsed hundreds of times before launch day. Every countdown followed a precise sequence where even a single mistake could end the mission before it began. Then came the moment that would carry humanity beyond Earth's atmosphere. Within minutes, the spacecraft accelerated to speeds no ordinary aircraft could ever achieve. Soon, Earth transformed from a landscape into an entire world suspended beneath the astronauts. Thousands of kilometers away, giant antennas worked continuously to keep the fragile communication link alive. Then, somewhere between Earth and the Moon, a story would emerge that continues to spark debate more than half a century later. Every kilometer carried the crew farther from Earth than any humans had ever traveled before. Space offers breathtaking beauty, but it also demands complete precision and absolute concentration. Gigantic antennas on Earth never stopped listening for signals from the spacecraft. Each transmission crossed hundreds of thousands of kilometers before reaching Earth. Even the smallest interruption demanded immediate attention from mission controllers. As the Moon approached, communication conditions became increasingly complex. Radio waves cannot always travel directly through every orbital position. Sometimes, the Moon itself blocked direct communication with Earth. These temporary blackouts were expected during specific phases of every lunar mission. Yet, one particular silence would later inspire decades of questions and speculation. Apollo had entered lunar orbit, where every maneuver demanded absolute precision. Back on Earth, every signal was monitored with extraordinary attention. Then, something unusual appeared to happen to the communication link. For a brief period, direct communication could no longer reach the spacecraft. Those few silent minutes would later become one of Apollo's most enduring mysteries. Behind the Moon, direct radio contact with Earth was temporarily impossible. Inside the spacecraft, routine operations continued, despite complete radio silence. Mission Control expected this temporary loss of communication during lunar orbit. The Moon itself blocked the radio path between Earth and the spacecraft. Years later, researchers revisited these mission records, searching for overlooked details. Many recordings were reviewed repeatedly by historians and independent researchers. Beyond the silence, the crew witnessed one of history's most unforgettable views. As years passed, stories about the silent minutes spread far beyond official reports. Separating documented facts from speculation became increasingly difficult over time. When contact returned, the mission continued exactly as planned. The simplest explanation began with orbital geometry, not mystery. Radio signals travel in straight lines and cannot pass through solid rock. This temporary interruption was a predictable result of lunar orbit. Engineers anticipated these brief communication gaps before every mission. Ground stations patiently waited until the spacecraft came back into view. Silence did not always mean danger. Sometimes it meant perfect timing. Orbital mechanics governed every second of the mission with remarkable accuracy. Historical records consistently supported the expected communication blackout. Once the signal returned, normal communication immediately resumed. Yet, the official explanation did not end the public's fascination. After Apollo, stories multiplied far beyond the original mission records. Television documentaries introduced the mystery to entirely new audiences. Researchers compared evidence from multiple independent historical sources. The story spread across generations through books, films, and conversations. Curiosity often grows wherever history leaves unanswered questions. The moon itself became part of one of history's most enduring space legends. Scientists continued studying the moon with evidence, rather than assumptions. Sometimes mystery survives simply because imagination fills the missing spaces. Every generation added another layer to the Apollo story. Beyond every theory lies an undeniable truth. The journey itself changed those who experienced it. Far from Earth, many astronauts described seeing our planet in a completely new way. From space, national borders disappear, leaving only one fragile world. Silence in space often encourages deep reflection, unlike anywhere else. Many astronauts later struggled to describe this overwhelming perspective. Earth appeared peaceful, small, and unexpectedly delicate. Returning home did not always mean returning unchanged. Physical recovery was carefully measured, but emotional changes were harder to quantify. Some experiences remained vivid long after the mission had ended. Looking back at the moon, its meaning had changed forever. Sometimes, the greatest discovery was not the moon, but a new understanding of Earth. Seeing Earth whole changed how many astronauts viewed humanity forever. From space, every border disappears into one shared home. The planet appeared astonishingly peaceful from above. Its thin atmosphere looked incredibly fragile and precious. Scientists later named this profound shift the overview effect. Perspective changed more deeply than anyone had expected. Distance revealed how connected life on Earth truly is. Many returned home with renewed purpose and responsibility. The experience stayed with them long after landing. The greatest journey may have happened inside the human mind. Apollo left the moon, but its story never truly ended. Our greatest discoveries often inspire even greater questions. These artifacts remind us how extraordinary the mission truly was. Today's missions continue building upon Apollo's remarkable legacy. A new generation now prepares to explore even farther. The universe remains far larger than our current understanding. Exploration begins with curiosity and continues through discovery. Some mysteries fade. Others continue inspiring future generations. Perhaps the greatest revelation was seeing our home with new eyes. The mystery remains, the legacy endures. The journey continues,